sorry about that, Joe. I came in backwards on the second chorus, didn't I?
I kind of like it that way now.
Okay, you know what? That's the way you wrote it. That's the way you wrote it, and I turned it up. So we can do it either way.
We can do it either way.
Yeah. Well, we'll listen to the playback before we make that decision. Yeah, it's a powerful song. Hard. Sometimes it's even hard to sing, I got to tell you.
Well, I can't believe we just got one more song to play.
What happened?
Where did the time
There's
go?
a few more songs on the album, but we didn't have time to rehearse them with Kenny for this thing, and
He's
we had
busy.
an hour.
He works in a deli, and
Yeah, it wasn't us. It was him. Yeah, right. Exactly.
I got a sandwich. I got some tuna.
Kenny, how you feeling? Kenny, how are you feeling? Huh?
Great, man.
How's it feel to be part of the Foot tonight?
Feels great, man. I feels natural and comfortable and great. It feels great. I feel honored to be with you guys without sucking up too hard.
You're playing great.
You are playing amazing.
Wait till you see with the fans. Wait till you see the Foot Soldiers. They're crazy. Kenny.
Well, you
they're
know,
crazy.
I hope they don't kill me because
No, they're gonna bring you
Where's
love.
Ted?
They're gonna have big, we love Kenny signs. And, you know,
Those are girls that shave their faces. That kind of
Yeah,
shit.
they-
I always attract.
They shave their heads.
Ken E. Say Ken E. You know.
in their hair.
Yeah. No, they shave their chests. No, our female
Thank
fans,
God.
they shave. Actually,
Thank
our
God.
female fans shave, period.
Mike, where's this going? I don't like where this is
I
going.
don't like the shaving.
Whatever these
thing.
guys, we're editing that part out, right?
No,
What's the matter, Mike?
I don't know about the shaving. The shaving.
What? What?
There's too much shaving.
Do you know Chad's watching
it's
this
a trend,
somewhere?
Mike.
Right?
Right?
He's in
I
like
know,
Sao
I played
Paulo
with him
or
right
something like that.
before.
Chad, how's Kenny doing? Chad, where you at? How's Kenny doing?
Chad texted me today and said he was going to be crying. I said, we're going to make you cry. We're going to make you think you're going to cry. Wait till we finish with you, pal. You're going to cry. Your eyes out.
You're gonna cry.
And he seriously.
He's
Chad,
in New York right
Chad, yeah. He just got back from Brazil, land of big, he said.
Booties.
Okay, should we give something new, or do you want to experiment? I mean, Joe, I'm open-minded. Would you rather try the last song we were trying to work up, or would you rather play something old? These people heard Soap and all that stuff. They don't need to hear all that, do they?
Oh,
What do you want to
I
do?
want one.
It's you know,
All right.
hey.
Okay, I'm just trying to save my voice.
I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. Maybe you've heard of this one.
Wait.
Gonna get your buzz on!
So put a rope.
Okay.
Gonna get your buzz on!
Okay.
I got money, I got fame, fast cars and everything, yeah. I wanna dance, gotta sing, rock, soul, blues, sing anything to you. Hey, hey. I'm home, she fine too, she let me do anything that I want to do. I got it all, still want more. Come on, baby, show me what I'm looking for. Yeah, yeah. Don't forget to bring your rocking shoes. Grab a toothbrush, soap, and a comb. Pick up a little taste, get your baby buzz on, and you can leave the rest at home. Whoa! Woo! Hey! Get your soul up. Get your buzz on. Oh, yeah. On a bus, on a plane, in a car, subterranean freight train. Who's on it? I got sound talking. Oh, hell. Moves on it. I got sound right out. Mercy, my baby, about to get down. There it is. She got me down on one knee and deep down about it, my baby, about to kill me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And don't forget to bring your rocking shoes. Grab a toothbrush, soap, and a comb. And you pick up a little taste. You get your favorite buzz on. And you can leave the rest at home. Whoa! Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Pick it up. Get 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 it up. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Michael Anthony, Kenny Aronoff, Joe Satriani, and Red Rocker at your service.
Still the Red Rocker. Still the Red Rocker.
Chickenfoot 3, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
Longest ending ever. Wait a minute, one more time now.
Okay, listen, everybody. Don't go away. Stay online. We're going to do two things. We're going to come back with a little Q&A with the band. Let you people ask some questions if you got any. After that, they probably said, man, there ain't no question about it. We don't need to ask them people nothing. They just told us everything they got to say. But anyway, we'll come back with a quick Q&A, and we got a quick little clip to show you. We found Chad, and here we found what he's been up to, and check this out. Here's Chad. This is where we left him.
Oh, shit. Oh, you guys, you made it. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm fucking so hungry. Like a year and a half. And I had a dream about Bigfoot. I'm telling you, he's right here. I saw him. Great. It was so great. And I was working, and then I saw him. He took off. It scared the shit out of me, man. It was just, but I don't know. I don't mind. Like I've been like hallucinating. Like I've been out here for like 3 years, but actually it's only been I think a year and a half. So what is that? Oh yeah, twice as long. I set this up. This right here. Here, have a look. See this? This is electrical fencing. Now, I don't want to hurt him. I just want to talk to him. But this is what separates the men from Bigfoot. Holy shit. He's right here. He's right here. He was right here. It's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. I'm trying to get you, Bigfoot. I know you will. It's going on. I'm coming. I know I can fight. You're over there. It's that 29 hours.
answer them all. That's the way Mellencamp used to answer.
The Weed Man's gonna interview us.
All right, hey, welcome back, everybody. Hey, thank you very much for hanging out with us. By the way, guys, I just did a little check of the web here, and you know we have a worldwide viewing audience.
Yeah.
Up to several million people right now have logged on. Right. Isn't that crazy?
Several million.
Look at this. Just a few of the people that have checked in online. Mohammed from Dubai, Joe from Germany with Ronnie, Shane from Ireland, Storm from Detroit, Walter from Brazil. The Hammer is with us from Dallas. Look at that. Kathy from Columbus, Andy from Philly, Jeanette from Portland, Richard from El Paso, Andy from Canada. Goes on and on and on. And we got tons of questions here. A lot of them are about touring. And here's one from Philip Nicolini. Phil, you in the room here somewhere? Hey, there you are. I know the answer to this, but Phil wants to know, when will the next tour start up?
Yeah, Sam.
Sam.
See, it all hinges on Sam.
They all look at me. I guess
Sam,
I guess I'm the only guy in the band that has like it's busy. You know, these guys sitting around going. No. November, we're going to do a little road test tour. We're going to do 5 cities in November, the first week in November, and really, it's really about to get Kenny and all of us all just lubed up and ready to so that we know what we're doing because it's.
Wait a minute, you're gonna get Kenny lubed up?
You bet.
I want to see that. Make sure you bring your cameras.
That's all.
See Kenny get lubed up.
The head.
Oh my God,
we
man.
really want to like road test this band like we did with the first inversion. We went out, we did 9 cities. Well, we're a little bit farther along than that, so we're going to do 5 cities and make sure that it's really right so that we can go out and do big arenas because that's what we really want to do. And we don't want to just jump into that and then feel uncomfortable. We want to get comfortable with each other.
Well, we are in Northern California right now. We should mention the very first show will be November 1st at the legendary Fillmore. Probably everybody in this room has been to the Fillmore 4 or 5 times in their life. So.
One of the greatest rooms in the world.
Yep.
And a follow-up question from Neil. No, that's not Neil. This is
Neil Schoen?
Hey, wait. We all know where Neil is right now, right?
This is one of our online viewers, Mark
running
Edwards.
from the-
Will you be doing a more
on the run.
extensive tour in bigger venues? So you're going to play arenas then, you're saying?
Well, we really want to. I mean, this kind of music was born in arenas. The bands that we grew up on, the kind of bands that were, the kind of music style of music we're playing is arena rock. And we did it in theaters last tour. And we almost blew the places up. It was kind of hard. Joe plays loud enough by himself to fill up the damn 3,000 seater. But so no, really, we would love to get another couple great bands that our fans would love, and put together a great package show and go out and play arenas. That's our goal. That is really what we want to do. Not because we say, oh, well, we'll make all this money. It's because that's where we belong. It's the kind of music we play, and it works there. We want a big, giant 80s production, 300 trucks.
Maybe, the summer of 2012, say, something like
3,000
that,
lights.
maybe?
Maybe winter 2012 for all you know.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. Here's John Tilley. You said you had to separate the bald guys. John wants to know, are Kenny...
I'm out of this question. I'm out of this
Kenny, you're
question.
up.
Joe, step up.
Kenny,
Are Kenny
Up
and Satch twins? Are you guys in fact related?
Hey,
That
Joey.
you know of.
We're trying to
You
find
answer
that.
that.
We're trying to figure that out. We've gone to
Ellis Island.
Ancestry.com,
And Ellis Island.
and I followed his family tree, but it goes into some pretty dark, scary places. So after I got back, a few
Where
generations.
they walk on all fours, you
I
know.
know,
So
yeah.
He's Russian.
Hey, it's a guy
Joe's
who hits
Italian,
things with sticks.
okay?
Come on, what do you expect? Okay? Beat on things with sticks.
So there is somewhat of a connection there somewhere. All right. Here's Neil.
Sean?
I know Michael. Michael is drinking his filtered water right now, but Neil wants to know, besides Jack Daniels for Mikey, Cabo for Sammy, what does Joe Satriani drink?
You know what?
Maybe you shouldn't answer that.
Wait. No, wait. Here, wait.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Here.
Sammy Hagar reaching in his pocket right now.
Here.
Oh!
I gotta say, I start out in the morning with a little tequila. In the afternoon, a little rum.
All right.
I just happen to like a rum that Sam's been making the last couple of months. The bottles I have don't have any labels on. What's it called, Sammy? What's it?
I don't know.
See, it's
Beach
sort-
bar.
it's-
I don't know.
Being in this band is sort of like being in the English Navy. You know, you get 3 or 4 bottles a week. We don't make any money, but you get all the rum you want.
And a tub full of apples, too.
Yeah.
Are we having any fun yet with the fun?
Are you having fun? You better be having fun.
All right, here is Sue McGelligo
Joe, can
has
you
a question
balance?
for Kenny.
All right.
Kenny, what, besides having a great ability to balance things,
How do you do that?
what surprised you most about working with
Get a
Sammy,
table.
Mike, and
Get this
Joe?
guy a table. I want to surprise.
What surprised you most about working with these guys?
Nothing. Nothing surprised
Wait,
me.
you've seen it all? You've done it all? We've done. It's what?
I mean,
Nothing left?
It's just all great. There wasn't ever like surprised. I guess there was one thing. You know, usually when you audition for a band, you know, you're like, oh my God, I got to play these songs, right? Because the songs are great on both the records. So, you know, I'm so studious, I write everything out. I want to honor Chad's parts and, you know, the band. I mean, the songs are right. Usually when you audition for a band, you do everything note for note perfect. But in this band, they didn't tell me, of course, until the next day that, no, we want you to just go for it and jam and loosen up. Like most auditions, if you audition for a band, like I was with Mellencamp for 17 years, if I auditioned for him and I jammed, I'd be thrown out the door, you know, and they'd be like, what are you doing? You know, but this band, that was sort of a surprise. They wanted a kind of a loose, very cool attitude. Play the songs, groove, make it happen, but unleash hell whenever you can.
Make him his.
Do
know?
you,
It's true.
do
It's
you
great.
remember the day you first met Sammy Hagar?
Well, I remember, I don't know if I met him, but I remember we were and the reason why I remember this is because I read his book, and we were at the same Farm Aid where he had an accident on the microphone, and he was going to introduce.
It was a vocal malfunction.
Yeah, and I remember hearing, that Sammy Hagar guy, you know what he just did? And I was playing at Farm Aid with about 9 bands, and I heard about it. I don't know if I met him, but I definitely met him at JFK. We had a big outdoor arena concert. It was, I think, Journey. Is that possible?
Brian
Journey?
Adams,
Yep,
May.
that's it.
Mellencamp,
That's it.
Journey.
And it rained.
Neil. Can you confirm that, Neil?
Well,
Where are you at?
that was the old Neil.
Yeah, Sammy was like climbing up in the, right? Used to climb on stuff.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I remember that.
My back. Oh.
Always positive, always happy, always upbeat, always smiling, just all positive energy.
There's somebody that is watching us right now and sent in a tweet from Twitter. This is Captain Headwound here.
One of Joe's fans, absolutely. This is a
What, Michael Anthony, what music are you listening to right now? What kind of music are you
I'm
listening
listening
to?
to Chickenfoot. I got to learn these songs. I got to learn how to play these songs live. You know, I pretty much listen to everything. You know, I have a 26-year-old daughter and her fiance. They listen to bands like, and actually we played with them on our last tour. We played with Disturbed. We got on a couple of those festivals in Europe. So, you know, every time I walk, you know, she says, "Hey, Dad, listen to this. It's Disturbed or Rob Zombie or whatever." I mean, it's all cool, man. There's something that they all have that, you know, wow. Except hip hop, man.
Sammy,
I'm
what's in
digging
your
it.
iPod
Don't-
nowadays?
Same thing, Chickenfoot. I'm trying to, you know, I don't
Trying
use,
to learn the words?
well, exactly. I mean,
He made the mistakes tonight, not me.
in the studio, when you're writing lyrics, you're writing them as you're singing. Like, you know, I'll sing a verse and I'll go, oh, I'm gonna change that one word. You know, you just changing, and then so I don't use teleprompters. I refuse to do that. You know, I'm not gonna stand there and sing like this. So I got to memorize. So and I've done it so far, and it's never failed me. So I really listen for my lyrics now. Because if I read them, it's not the same. You got to hear them and realize how to.
If you go to chickenfoot.us, there's a very short video there about the making of the album packaging and that whole 3D thing.
Mm-hmm.
What can you guys tell me about that? How did that come about? I mean, it's so cool.
That was our man Todd Galafo.
Yeah.
Who works with us.
Meat
He
and
actually worked with
potatoes.
Sammy. How long?
So
has
he's the
this-
guy in the
Sam-
video.
He's worked with Sammy
He
for many
designed
years.
that bottle.
Now, how can a guy like that go wrong? You know.
But no, Todd, yeah, he's all of our friend, but he came up with the idea, and when we saw it, we freaked. The funny thing is, tell him, Joe, about it was Chickenfoot 4 originally, right? And then and then we decided the last, and he had finished the packaging, you know, and it was the same 3D effect. And then we said Chickenfoot 3, and he made it work. It was
Because you
genius.
actually get 3D glasses in the package.
Yeah. You close one eye and you see it's a 3, and you open both eyes and it says Chickenfoot, and you kind of can't tell what it says. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a peace sign. It's a logo. It's a logo, and you close one eye and the logo turns into a 3. It's really cool.
You look through the blue lens and you see one thing. You look through the red lens and see the other thing. Very cool.
And the shots in the inside. It was really fun shooting that thing in 3D because we were just goofing off. You know, it brings a whole nother element. Normally you just stand there like this, or you can sit there like this, you know, and you take the photos. But we had to do things.
You should see the guys. This camera weighs about 800 pounds or something. This is the biggest camera you ever seen in your life. You know, the 3D camera. So I mean, it was fun for us. Maybe
By the
not-
way,
not that much
Chickenfoot
for the
3 in
camera.
stores today.
Yes!
Today.
Number one!
This is the world premiere. You guys are
Chickenfoot 3,
part
number 1.
of the world premiere of Chickenfoot 3.
You see, number 1 went to 3, so number 3 needs to go to number 1. Okay, let's go.
Thank you for doing the math on that. That was great. Here's Tim and Kathy Clary. You actually explained this when you played the song. They want to know about the title of 3.5 Letters. But do you get a lot of correspondence, actual mail, Facebook, Twitter? Do you get a chance to answer that stuff? How much of a chance do you guys get to communicate with the fans?
All the time.
Yeah. Joe tweets. I mean, he's like a...
You are an inveterate tweeter.
Joe's the guy. He's
Yeah.
the man. He's the
I
podcast
like
guy, the
saying-
tweet man.
I believe you are Chickenfoot Joe.
Chickenfoot Joe.
Yep.
That's me. Yeah. Yeah, and of course we're on Facebook. We're on Google Plus. I mean, yeah, you can reach me any way you like. You got something to say? You can say it to me right
In fact,
now.
his address and phone number. We'll be handing out his address and phone number after the Q&A. So stop by.
Here's Dan D. My understanding through the podcasts is that all the songs were recorded live. Is this correct?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes.
All the basic tracks are recorded live, and this is one thing on the first album especially. And I remember Chad, he really fought for this, and we did too, because I mean that's where when the magic's happening. If there's a little mistake or a little glitch here or there, I mean if it's happening, if the vibe's there, I mean that's where it's at. You know, you can beat a song to death, or you know, you do it.
I backwashed a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
It's a little bit. Just a little bit.
And the way Chickenfoot records, we don't even have time to beat a song to death. Because everyone's schedules, we're in there, we're recording as soon as we get in.
So then the follow-up question doesn't matter how many takes on average until you get what you wanted, because you got it the first time.
No, I would say average, we're about 4 or 5 takes.
yeah, that's
But
about
but
it.
within the first 4 or 5 takes, we get it. And if we don't, we usually say, let's just do this tomorrow, you know, and go on to the next song if it's really a struggle. Because you know, the whole idea is to have the magic thing happen where everybody played really great and the 4 of us would go, you know, wow, that was great. We all agree. If we didn't all agree, it'd be like, well, let's do it again.
Yeah. Because the Beatles, sometimes they'd record, 20, 30 times before they got one down.
Yeah, a lot of bands. I know another band that used to do that too.
Oh, yeah?
And they still don't have a record.
What was the name of that band there, Sammy?
There it is. Gotta give that away.
Chickenfoot 3, it's out today. Jeffrey Wu wants to know, what do your children think of your music and you guys being rock legends?
Ask
Bring
them.
one of them up here?
Ask
Can
them.
we bring one of them up here?
What do you think of my music? Come on.
What do you think of Pops?
I think that.
She-
Well, I hear it a lot. I hear it like every day. But I think that this is a really good. It's a good album.
Now, you can beat him up if you have to, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
What she meant to say was, I think I'm a teenager.
I kind of know what you're going to say to this, but here's Sean O'Leary. What do the Chickenfoot fans mean to you guys?
Everything. Everything.
Everything.
Fans are everything.
Second the motion.
It's the biggest part of why we even do this, you know. We do this because we do this. We got together. We got together and we're doing this because we're friends and we love making music together and we don't have anything to prove. We don't need to make the money. There's no egos or whatever, and that's the reason in the first place why we got together. But to have the fan gratification and that they really dig what we're doing. I mean, that's what it's all
We're not
about.
getting any money.
Not yet.
No, well, Joe,
we got to go
Joe,
number one
Joe,
first.
you're getting all the money, Joe.
That's the arena tour next
Getting
year.
all the money.
You know what the thing about the fans? It just one last thing is that honestly, we did this just at pure self-indulgence. We put Chickenfoot one when we first got together. We had no idea if we were gonna ever play a show. We just wanted to play together, the four of us. We said, hey, we've been jamming, Mike and I and Cabo, and Joe joins, and it was just so great. We said, okay, let's make a record. And we had no idea if we were gonna even have a fan base, and it was, pretty successful worldwide. And the fact that the fans came in like that, and then when we went out and toured, the way they responded, that's why we're doing another record. I mean, because we had no intention on going out. We made a deal with our record company to just make one record because we didn't want any pressure. We didn't want a record company coming to us after the first album going, hey, we need another record. You want us a record? We're saying, maybe we don't feel like making another record because we're Chickenfoot. We're really kind of rebellious like that against the system and the way it's always worked before. So we just said, no, we'll make another record. So we only made a one-record deal, and we just did it again. Now we made another one-record deal. We don't have to make another record after this. But because of the fans, that's why we're doing it, and because we love it. I mean, we're having a blast with the fans. Anyway, that's it.
That's why we do this too. Because we love the fans. We want to interact with the fans. And you guys are part of the Chickenfoot. You're part of Chickenfoot.
Mike's taking you all to dinner afterwards. Just meet him.
Give me that credit card. Give me that credit card, Sam.
Well, let me just say on behalf of all the Chickenfoot fans, and thanks for doing another record.
Oh, thank you. No, I mean, it really, we wanted to because of the fans made us feel so good. We're going, God, let's do this again. That was a great little vibe. So here we go again.
Here's Kevin. He's in the room somewhere. Wants to know what happened to that black Trans Am of yours. Did you sell Did you sell it or crash it?
It was red and I sold it. I actually think I gave it away in a contest or something.
Because I had one listener call me up and claim that he owned that thing, so I don't know. But you don't have
black.
it anymore.
I mean, it wasn't black, it was red.
What are you driving nowadays?
Well, what isn't he driving nowadays? Come on, make the question easy. Steven, make the question easy.
Hey,
what don't you drive?
No, hey, I'm driving American. I'm driving a Chevy Volt.
Yeah.
A Chevy Volt.
Sammy Hagar's gone green. Oh, my God. Jeez.
My wife bought a Volt.
Lending new meaning to the phrase Sammy plugs in. Here's Paul Ratcliffe wants to know, where did Kenny come from?
Kenny, where'd you come from?
Dude, where are you from?
Mars. Didn't you know that? Come on, it's so obvious. But
You live in
Look
the
at
Bay
the
Area?
guy.
no, I live in Los Angeles. But
Hey, wait a minute now. Wait. Kenny.
okay, I'm originally New York.
He's like Chad. He knows if I can
Born
do it.
in New York and grew up in Western Mass. Oh shit.
And he's Russian by
Not when I
trade.
drum, hopefully.
Oh, his mic fell off. So what he said was, he said,
He's the most famous Russian musician, rock musician.
What's going on here? Hiya!
So, Kenny,
No.
what was
Settle down,
the first concert you ever went to? Was that in New York?
What?
What was the first concert you ever went to? Was that in New York?
First concert I went to was, I believe, either the Young Rascals or the McCoys.
Rick Derringer?
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
He had ugly teeth because I stood up there and went, ugh.
So that was
They were like all going
He must
different
have been
directions.
right up there.
Yeah, it was the
concert was
Hang
at,
on Sloopy, right? Hang on Sloopy.
That's it, yeah.
It was either the McCoys or it was the Young Rascals.
So that was back in the 50s, right?
Easy. Yeah, and I was -5.
You started young.
Here's somebody else on Twitter. Who of you fulfills the stereotypes of a rock star most? Yikes.
Oh, get out of here.
Look at that.
Would anybody
what?
agree? Would anybody agree?
Listen, there are no rock stars in this band, damn it.
That's the
Chickenfoot,
best question I've heard all night.
there are no rock stars.
Because the answer was
Actually, hey, let's dog him. We replaced the rock star in this band, the drummer.
Yeah.
Nah.
he's watching. He's watching right now.
Boy, if you
Chad.
call me a rock star, I'm a pitiful example.
Oh, here's a good
I'm a
one.
beach nut, damn it.
We're going to have to get the cameras to aim downward here because Ricardo Shuk from Mexico wants to know, where did Sammy buy his sandals? Dude, those are awesome.
Y arriba!
He needs to get some.
Yikes.
Cabron. Cabron. Zupatos.
Yeah.
Bueno.
Came. Tell him that they were given to me. Tell him in Spanish. My daughters speak complete fluent Spanish. Tell him where I got. Just say they were given to me by a company.
Que una compañía. I don't know how to
Yeah,
say
compañía. Sí.
No, I can actually forget how to le da sus zapatos.
Close enough.
Sus zapatos.
We got to get down to Cabo, girl. You're losing it.
Here's another one on Twitter. Were you up for the idea of joining a band right away, and how does it compare to playing solo?
I think that's a good question for Joe.
It is?
Yes, sir, it is.
Sounds like a
Thank you.
Joe?
question, doesn't it?
He's been solo longer than me.
It's so completely different. There's very little about it that's the same, except for my guitars, my amps. Everything else about it is completely different, and it's mainly because the Foot has got these guys in it, and I'm always, every second, I'm working off of their energy, and when I'm doing instrumental stuff, I'm really floating on top of the band, and so even the band acts differently because they know they have to support me in a different way, rhythmically, harmonically. But the Foot is sort of like everybody trying to get theirs at the same time. You know what I mean?
I like that.
That's what it is. Everyone's trying to get a little something all at the same time. So it's so different. It's great. That's what makes it so much fun.
How much time do you spend playing guitar every day, Joe?
Anywhere from a half hour to 8 hours a day.
Up to 8 hours a day.
Yeah, depends. Like if it's a day like this, then I don't get that much playing in. It's just like the show, and maybe we were jamming for about an hour or so today. So today's a light day. You know.
All right, one more and we got to go. Hey, by the way, thank you very much, everybody, for coming in here today.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you to our worldwide web viewing audience at chickenfoot.us. That's the place you want to go for everything Foot, right?
Yes.
Everything.
Here's Dan Howard. Have you ever thought about putting out a live album?
We have.
Actually, you just did today.
Yeah, we did. Get your buzz-ons, live DVD.
yeah.
Well, it was a DVD, so but you know, people could think a DVD is different. It's a live damn album. You get to see it too, though. You know, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Is there anybody
see it
you
too.
guys want to thank yourself for this whole Foot phenomenon?
You mean we'd like to thank ourselves?
Yeah.
I'd like to thank these guys, including Chad and Kenny and Mike and Joe for just being such great human beings. You know, I know it sounds kind of silly, but for me, it's like you walk around streets nowadays and you go into stores and whatever you do, and everybody's all uptight, and everybody's all pissed off about something, and it's really great to be around good people that are happy and like to have fun and make great music. And these guys do. I mean, I've been in bad bands. I've been bad. These guys are great.
I'll just leave it at that. That's it. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Thank you.
I know, Joe.
I agree, man.
See, my brother knows how to give up love. See, look at my brother. Joe's all like, "Ooh, don't hug me too much," and Kenny's like,
Wait, what? We're sewing.
"Come on, brother, give up." Hey, there we go. I told you, you're worse than Chad. Just like him, always pushing people, lifting them up, shaking, spinning them around.